Hello guys, gals, non-binary pals, and waterfowls, it's me, Big Mike. And if you're watching this video when it comes out, then it's currently Sage Week, my most favorite time of the year. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about a couple of games featured at this year's Sage that you should definitely check out, fam. Now just a heads up, I made this video prior to Sage, as I tend to take Sage Week off so that I can devote my time entirely to the expo. So on the one hand, the games in which you're going to see here today are those in which the devs agreed to send me builds of their game or gameplay footage prior to the event. And a huge thank you to the devs who did that. Without those devs, this video would not be possible. Now on the other hand, anything you see in this video is subject to change. Devs are allowed to modify their entries at any time before and during the event. So just kind of keep in mind, if you see anything here, it may not appear in any final game in which you may see at the event. And with that out of the way, fam, let's jump into the games. Now the first game we're going to talk about is Beavis and Butthead in Quest to Score by Beavis 1993. Beavis and Butthead in Quest to Score is a fan-made platformer game developed by Beavis 1993 and showcased at Sage 2023 and 2024. Inspired by the iconic MTV animated series created by Mike Judge, in this game, Beavis and Butthead embark on a humorous mission to score with chicks by raising $20 to attend a music concert, after discovering they only have 20 cents, and to acquire nachos, their favorite snack. The duo navigates various stages, including a tutorial stage, a sewer stage, a construction stage, and more. The game features mechanics like long-range attacks, destructible level elements, and authentic 90s aesthetics with series-inspired intros and voice acting. This ambitious passion project captures the crude humor and low-stakes antics of the show, appealing to fans with its nostalgic charm and faithful recreation of the Beavis and Butthead universe. Years ago, I never would have even imagined there would be a Beavis and Butthead fan game at Sage, and here we are at Quest to Score's third outing at the expo. And this time, Quest to Score is bigger than ever. In this iteration, we are treated to 5 levels plus a boss fight, and these levels look much more polished than in previous builds. Aesthetically, the stage are much more pleasing, my favorites from this build being Hard Hat Hijinks and the Highland High level. Both are very detailed and pleasing to the eye. But stages don't just look better, the layout has been vastly improved as well. The skate park feels much more fair and is a massive upgrade from the last build. In this build, the enemies are much more fairly placed. Now speaking of retooling, the Todd boss fight has been tweaked and is both more fair and challenging. Now in previous versions you could just stand in the corner and spam your projectile attack and win, while on the other hand Todd could do the same thing to the player. Now I won't spoil it, but the way in which you fight Todd perfectly avoids both of those two extremes, while making the fight much more involved. If you haven't yet checked out Beavis and Butthead in Quest to Score, this Sage would be the perfect time to do so, and I would recommend this fan game not just to fans of the duo either, but to anyone who is a fan of platformers and collect-a-thons. Not only is this game Beavis 1993's love letter to a legendary series, it's a solid platformer in its own right. Next up, we're going to talk about XGA by Dinar87. According to its Sage booth and itch.io page, XGA is a Metroidvania fan game aiming to continue Metroid Fusion's focus on horror in the SAX. Explore a huge interconnected space station, fighting various monsters, upgrades, and boss battles. Avoid XGA as getting caught means certain death. Very straight to the point, but as the old saying goes, good things really do come in small packages. Now at Sage 24, XGA really caught my attention, and the things I loved from that previous build are all back at this year's build. First, I have to say, Dinar did an excellent job crafting such an atmospheric experience. Now unfortunately in this video, you won't get this full experience as a big part of this comes from the phenomenal soundtrack. It's ambient and it sets the perfect tone for exploring this maze-like environment. While playing this game, I found myself sometimes just stopping just so I could get lost in the music. Equally as impressive is the art in this game. It features a unique blend of retro 16-bit era-styled art with hand-drawn styled art. Now, as pleasing as the aesthetics are, the gameplay is the real treasure here. Exploration in XGA feels fun and it's quite rewarding. Sometimes you'll come across weapons or move upgrades, though also sometimes this happens after a boss fight too. And sometimes you'll be rewarded by getting another piece of the puzzle or the story to try to get a bigger picture of what's going on. Now, as you explore and as you get deeper into this game, you'll come across more unique and more diverse enemies. And I found these enemies to be a real charm. My favorite one so far has been the one he kind of has a spin attack similar to Sonic. And while on a similar theme, the boss battles here too strike a nice balance of being challenging yet accessible. So if you're looking for a Metroidvania to get into, or just a game with lots of exploration, I would highly recommend checking out XGA. Next up, we're going to be talking about Knuckles' Quest. Its itch.io page reads, a work-in-progress fan game that serves as a continuation of the treasure hunting stages from the Sonic Adventure games. Knuckles and Rouge are off on a quest where they must glide and climb their way around the world to find all the pieces of the Master Emerald. Currently features 2 playable characters and 1 stage. This entry is a unique one, so since I started these videos, I've always had a build of the game to look at. But for this one, the dev just sent me footage and artwork instead. So as a result, my comments are just going to be limited to what I see. Now, right off the bat, see what I did there? Because you know, Rouge is a bat. Please don't kill me. Anyway, I feel like this world here is much better designed than in the 2024 build of the game. In the previous build, the world was encased in a fog, similar to what PS1 or N64 era games used to cover a low draw distance. This build doesn't seem to have that issue. All around, I'd say the world in this build looks much more well defined and smooth. And from the looks of the footage, it looks much more action-packed too. Now, speaking of better designs, both Knuckles and Rouge's look is much more polished in this iteration. Now, I look forward to getting a hands-on experience with this year's demo and would recommend you checking it out too. Lastly, we're going to be looking at Witchfall, The Secrets of Emotica by It's Baconfish. Its Sage Booth reads, welcome to the world of Witchfall, a magical land filled with adventure. Play as 5 adorable critters, Kyome, Rez, Maya, Slowberg, or Envil, as they embark on a perilous journey to stop the evil Professor Flitz from stealing the mysterious Emotica shards. In this demo, you will take control of the adventurous Kyome and the carefree Riz. Both characters travel throughout their exclusive stages. So fam, I have to say Witchfall is back, and if you can believe it's even possible, it's better than last time. It's no exaggeration to say that Witchfall was the most talked about game at Sage 2024, and for good reason. Well, no matter how good that one was, this build has raised the bar even higher. It's Baconfish really brought home the bacon. I'll stop with these puns now. Anyway, the visuals from the last build received much acclaim, and the aesthetics here are much more breathtaking. In this demo, you're given 2 stages to play, and the snow stage is, in my opinion, the most impressive level design I have yet to see from this dev. One of the things I enjoyed about the last build was the phenomenal voice acting, and that has returned in this build. It, as well as the opening animation, does a great job of introducing the player to the story and getting you to fall for these amazing characters by pulling at your heartstrings with some amazing, cutesy artwork. The gameplay is equally as praiseworthy as the presentation. In this build, we're given 2 stages to choose from, each with their own character. Now, these stages, much like the one from the last demo, are just teeming with life. They are dynamic and not only populated by colorful fruit that's used as a form of currency, but also other characters. Many of these characters give a vital piece of information or an essential quest needed to complete the stage. I have praised this game highly, and my words can't do it justice. So please, if there was ever a time in which I have told you not to take my word for it, but to test it out for yourself, this one is it. Its Bacon Fish has said this build, and I quote, is pretty much how the full game will feel. So if you want a taste of what the full game is gonna be like, be sure to check this demo out. And those have been games to check out at this year's Sage. And again, these are just a small sample of the many amazing games you can expect to find there. With over 200 games at this year's Expo, you're sure to find something there for you, no matter what you're into. So be sure to check out Sage 2025. It's currently running and will be running until September 26th. And with that, we'll call the video proper here, fam. So a special thanks to Fran, who does a wonderful job of doing my art. She's back on Twitter now, and she's looking for art moots. So if you're in the art community and you're looking for friends, or if you're in need of artwork and looking to commission someone, I would highly recommend Fran. She's a phenomenal artist, a phenomenal person to work with, and she's all around fantastic. A special thanks to all of my friends on Twitter. I wouldn't be here without you all, and a special thanks to all of you for watching this video. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, but hey, if you want to be really cool about disliking my video, please leave me a comment below and let me know why you dislike it so I can improve myself and be the best Big Mike possible. And if you like my videos, please subscribe and turn your notifications on. Until next time, fam, remember, just be yourself and you'll be awesome. Peace out!